Greetings, patriots, Starseeds lightworkers, and of course our brave military. Welcome to 1776 United, and we're in a worldwide galactic revolution. Okay, today, and like yesterday, I started traveling yesterday, doing some motor homing, and enjoying the drive. It's beautiful weather here in British Columbia, and but what I'd like to get into here today is talking about the money again. Just when everything seems to be at its worst, with all the assassinations and the killings and one bad news line after another, that's where you're going to see the complete flip of what is about to come. And it's all going to be good. Nothing that we're really seeing is, what it is. There's a mountain of deception out there. But going back to the 86,000 accounts that were in Southeast Asia that were shut down, let me clarify that. I'm expecting that probably to be cabal. And because they've been laundering money in Southeast Asia for decades, okay? Now, don't let that worry you. What they're doing is basically a clean out of Southeast Asia, and they're attacking the money first. And of course, once they have, got a hold and seized all the money, that basically defangs the deep state, or whatever you want to call them, cabal, and they basically have no operating power after that. So that's what, that's been Trump's MO all along. Now, speaking of Trump, he's over in England right now to basically, tell Charlie Boy to step aside. He's walking in front of him. He's basically doing a mock job on them and roasting the whole country, because of that country is basically the center point of evil. The banking cartel that was there was sucking money from the United States for absolute centuries. So they're basically there to, Trump's there to tell them to go find another job or be prosecuted, and we're here to take our money back. And he's probably going back with a boatload of money back to that he'll be investing or depositing into the Treasury Department. So everything is coming in line from what I see. I'd never look at what's going on the surface. I'm always looking at why are they talking about this when this is happening over here? Everything is a calm. Everything is there to try to tell the people, the masses out there, that this is about to happen. Remember, Vietnam is now one of the top financial countries, the top 32 in the world. So their money, that's a guarantee their money's going to be revaluated. In fact, all currencies right now, even with the new leadership that's in Venezuela, she's praising Trump for what he's done. I guess the guy that took over from Maduro, they found out right away he was corrupt, so they basically arrested him right away. And then the next in line was this lady, she's the people's president, and they love to have her in there. So everything's kind of working out really good for the Venezuelans, and she's made her speech saying that she praises Trump for what he's doing, and she basically is saying we can't wait to get our money revalued. So the people that had once thrown their money in the streets, into the ditches, and burned it when I think it was Chavez, when he was give up his seat to Maduro, and all the corruption. um, he ended up basically, turning the country upside down. And many people died. They starved. They were eating. First, they ate all their pets, and then, of course, they were living a very squandered life. And it was, people were living in poverty for years and years. But there's something about a country that will never lie to you. It's what's in the ground that makes that country so valuable. Yes, the workforce is important, and that's great. But if it's not from what is in the ground, then they can't have nothing to work with. So that's just why every country's going to be revalued based on the assets that they hold. And watching the Vietnam's GDP, it's been above, I believe their growth has been above 32 or 42, I'm not sure, for the last now 16 years. And that economy should, that's already broken out. It's just that, the media will not tell you that. Of course, the media is going to come down very, very soon. And it's, I believe there was people in the white hat community that was buying up all the old media, Mockingbird media, but let's see how that all plays out. I don't have TV, and I don't plan to have TV. So, but what is coming is going to be the EBS, and that is going to be televised, and it'll be televised in analog. And when the EBS does come, that of course everybody will be in their home to watch the TV of about what they're going to be playing. So it's all coming to a head, folks, and it's all looking really, really good. And like I said before, just when you think it seems the worst, this is when it's all going to break open. And we're going to wake up one day with a pile of money in our accounts, and maybe an invitation for the revaluation to go wherever they're going to go. Now, I'm hearing right now you can go to the banks if you have foreign currency and start revaluation. Now, they did say that Iraq was going international with their rates. I cannot confirm that, but we'll see in the days to come. But I suspect today is the September the 19th, 2025. So I expect something big is going to happen before the 30th of September. I don't know what it is. I don't know how they're playing this out, because I know it's all being military controlled right now. And, I don't really have my head into this stuff right now because, like I said, I'm, traveling right now, and I just woke up, and I got only a little bit of sip coffee in me now. But I will, once I get to my destination and start seeing, having some time to do a little bit of research, I'll get back on the intel and start giving you some more solid reports. But I do know, like it says, people, if you've got any money aside, so whatever, right now, go to your bank and buy, Vietnam money, Indonesian money, Colombian money, Mongolian money, even Afghan money. I mean, anything that has, like 700, 800, 900 or 1,000 or 4,000, like Colombia pesos, 4,000 to $1 Canadian. Anything along that line that you can get your hands on, that would be what to do. All right. So, I mean, and I'm saying again, what's the worst that can happen? If nothing, if nothing revaluates, which it's impossible. The world has to revaluate, and this is the perfect time to invest into this. But for some foregone conclusion, whatever happens, and it doesn't, you can just take your money back in and get your Canadian or American dollar back. But I am really thinking that things are going to break loose here pretty quick. Silver is pushing 42.40 right now American, which is bringing it about $63-$64 now. It's about ready to cut loose. And along with gold's pushing 3,700, which is pretty, I think somewhere around $5,200 Canadian. And these are going to be this week or the next week when this, and Trump has said it himself. I think he even said in the speech in England, maybe he did, or something, maybe one of his posts, that he says everything has to be revaluated. And when he says that means everything. That means all the metals in the world have to be revaluated based on, because everything's been manipulated. People are out there right now. They don't trust anything right now. They don't trust the banks. They don't trust their doctors. They don't trust anything. They don't trust the government. They don't trust the food they're eating. They don't trust the cars they're buying. And that's a good sign. That's a good thing that finally people are waking up to this. And that's what, basically that was the narrative we had to get to. And but Trump, in his comms, in what he's saying, is basically letting us know that, although we walk through the valley of death, fear no evil. Because when we get through the other side, or get through the, what Jesus had, or what Moses had done with split the Black Sea for the people to get through, so, and then it was, the whole thing was able for them to get through and walk up the other side. Even the mud turned to rock, so they could walk and move their carts and animals through safely without getting bogged down in the mud. But then as soon as the Pharaoh and his armies came, and to kill them and take all their riches back, they got into the middle of it and the water came in. So this is what we're seeing. We're seeing a Moses event right now, where all things seem so bad, but a miracle and all these beautiful things are going to start happening. This is what I'm feeling, and everybody should just hang tight. And we're at the end now. There's nothing more things that can happen other than what's going on now. And I think Trump is putting the final touches on things over in England, shutting them down. And of course, I believe the Israeli-Iran conflict is, coming to an end. One last thing I'd like to say: Putin was, overheard on a hot mic, whatever, talking with Xi, that we have been going into Ukraine to save the children, and we have saved millions of children under the surface in the subterranean biolabs, and everything has been going on there. And I had said this back in 2019, that the reason why Putin was going in was to do this. He was going in there, and I was saying to people, I didn't know about the children at the time, but I did know that he was there to denazify Ukraine. And this is what exactly was happening. But there's going to be a lot of stuff unfolding from there, and he is going to be the hammer that comes down on all the corruption. Another thing I should just mention before I get off here is Trump is cleaning up basically every cabal city, namely Memphis and Chicago, and but he's into all the cities right now, cleaning them up of all the dirty scumbags that are in there. And he said once he's finished there, he's off to Europe to clean that up. Now I think both him and Putin are going to gang up on that collectively and get rid of all the cartels that are in there. And where Canada lies in that, I'm sure Canada will be dealt with at the same time Europe's being dealt with, because we don't have that many people, not like it is in Europe, right? So I guess they have to take care of the big areas first, big populous areas and locations first, and then they're going to work their way down to the smaller populations. Anyways, my time is up, and we will see you on the next one. Bye now.